Hey guys, Rob here from the Off-Grid Tiny House. Just got in. And I'm going to give you a rundown of what's going on here. And then tell you about the emergency I just had this morning. It's almost like my mercury doesn't move. It's a little under 80 degrees, it says. Internally, it's pretty warm. I just opened all the windows. 26.2 Celsius at 4:30. 47% humidity. Humidity's gone down in here. Bonus. Can't give you the Fahrenheit yet. Just a minute. I'll take you with me. The charge, I left the batteries charging in the off-grid solar system. So obviously they're done. Green lights. Let me disconnect that thing first, just to make life easy. Okay. Okay, good. All the batteries are in float, of course. I took the Dyson. I'm going to be bringing it home. It's the only vacuum that will vacuum under my bed at the homestead there. So here we go. We got a bottle of Shasta for the plants. We put these batteries in now that they're fully charged, giving us Fahrenheit. Is that the way it goes? Yeah. Okay, it says it's 78 in here. Okay, let me check my plants here for a second and then I'll get into what the heck happened. Still fairly moist, so I don't need to add this, but now that I have water here, it's there. Okay, I'm gonna get a chair and tell you what the hell just happened. Well, not just, but whatever. Okay, I'm just gonna hold you. So, this morning, went to work with my dad, finished the job. He was driving. We finished the first job, like I said. He was driving and driving with me in the passenger seat in the truck. We were headed to the next job we had to go to. We were just outside of the city, and all of a sudden I notice we start driving into oncoming traffic on a 2-lane highway. I look over. My dad's having some kind of blackout, fainting, seizure, who knows. I grab the steering wheel, get us over into our proper lane. I try to maneuver my foot, moving his foot off the gas pedal. It was not, whatever reaction he was having, it wasn't allowing him to put pressure down on the gas pedal, thank God. I was able to kind of move his foot out of the way of the gas pedal and was able to get over to the pull over, put my foot on the brake. I threw the 4-ways on immediately in all this commotion as well. Put the truck in park. I was semi off the road. Grabbed the cell phone, tried to comfort my dad. Like I didn't know how to. I was shocked and stunned and all those things. I didn't know what to do, so obviously grabbed the cell phone, 911, ambulance on the way. Some Good Samaritans stopped as well, just to see what the hell was going on, which was good. I was kind of patting him on the back, talking to him a little bit while waiting to reach 911. Got a hold of the operator. They sent an ambulance to my location on the road. The Samaritan helped flag down the ambulance. I thanked them. They took my dad. Actually, before that, my dad actually snapped out of whatever he went through. He said he could only see black. I'm guessing it was a blackout or something. He doesn't have any medical issues, or any medication, anything like that. What else? So yeah, he had saliva coming out of his mouth with a little bit of blood, and the ambulance guys were great. He was able to walk into the ambulance. I had him by the arm anyway, just in case something else was going to happen. Yeah, they put him in. They hooked him up to all their machines. They did 2 EKGs on him, and then they took him to the hospital here. I told him, yeah, okay, I'll follow you back. I actually didn't. I immediately got on the phone with my mom, let her know, and I told her I was coming back to the house. That's where she was. And then I phoned my brother, let him know. He was he works night shifts, so he was just a couple hours into sleep. So I actually woke him up, but it was an emergency. Then I got home, grabbed my GPS system to get to this other job we were going to, because my mom was going to take care of everything. She was going to go to the hospital, blah, 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 look after my dad. I didn't want to really go, but he would have wanted me to get the jobs done, so I did. Let's see. After that, I went and did the job, finished the job, got paid, came home, where I was on the Great Lakes, the cell signals drop all the time because there's no towers out there, right? So that was a bitch. They were trying to, my family was trying to get a hold of me, my mom and dad, and my dad was actually coherent and everything while in the hospital and after the event. What else happened? Okay, so I finally get back into range of the cell towers. After finishing the job, I was speeding back. It was all in the country, so it didn't matter. Got a hold of my mom. She said, yeah, everything's okay. Come to the hospital emergency room. So I went right there. Got in. They did all their tests, x-rays, every test under the sun that the medical people do, and they didn't find anything other than they said something on his one of the electrodes on his heart they were worried about it, or they didn't say it malfunctioned, but it kind of gave them a signal that something wasn't right. So they have him going to a set of cardiologist specialists coming up. They booked all that for him. They discharged him, which I was shocked. Normally our hospitals here in Canada, you're waiting 12 hours, whatever. Not for this. Well, we lucked out. The city today was dead. It was really quiet. The hospital was dead, which is unheard of. Normally the ER is just jam-packed full of sick people. But everything was cool that way. I talked to the nurse there, told him the story that I just told you. I talked to the doctor, female doctor also, told her what happened. They didn't think it was a seizure because he was not shaking, and they really didn't know what it was. She told us because of all the tests they ran. So that's why they're sending him to the cardiologist. But they didn't pull his license, which they could have. But I just said, well, guess what? He's not driving anymore. I'll be driving him around. And that's just the way it is until we get the all clear from these other doctors and everything. So it was a hell of a day, I gotta say, guys. Oh boy. I was just shocked because you never know what's gonna happen. It just happens like that. So like it's like a SHTF medical. That was my SHTF. Yeah. I was not trained to deal with anything of that sort, so I just did my best. And that's all you can do. So he's okay, he's at home. And yeah. It was crazy. Yeah, so he's at home. He got discharged. We took him out for a meal. My mom drove him to the restaurant. I followed. We ate. We had a good little dinner there, and then came back. I cut the grass. Came to the tiny house here to shoot the video and bring the stuff over for the plants, check in on things, and report to you guys what the hell's going on. But eye-opening, shocking, unbelievable. So I told my brother not to panic, just go back to bed when this all went down because it's out of our hands, it's in the doctor's, right? So far so good. My dad's back home, he's discharged, he's resting, just insane. So, yeah. Oh, and I think the ant problem is solved in the tiny house. In case anybody's wondering, the bait did finally kick in and kill them. I guess they finally got to it and brought it back to the colony. The last one I killed was, there was just the one, and that was it. And so, I'm sure that all those baits that I put out have finally kicked in, and tiny house safe for now. Yeah. Really eye-opening, guys. I don't know. It was pretty shocking to me. Oh, by the way, if I wasn't paying attention, we would have went head-on into the oncoming traffic, and we were about 100 feet away from doing so with an oncoming black truck coming into town at 80 kilometers an hour. So I'm gonna thank my video gaming for fine-tuning my reaction speed and time to be able to get everything, get the vehicle over to the road, off to the road safely, very quickly, because it would have been a totally different story if I wasn't paying attention. It was funny, he was actually about to turn the radio on when this all happened. He's like, let's get some tunes on, so he's reaching for the radio, and that's when all this happened. His arm, like, I didn't notice, like, normally you don't watch somebody, he turns the radio and his arm goes back to his side, so I didn't pay attention to that. I noticed the radio never came on, and then I I'm in the passenger seat in the front, of course, so I'm watching the road, and Christ, we're going into the other lane. So before my brain even kicked in, my video gaming reaction time got us over safe. Thank God for that. I know my whoo, it's crazy. I know my Xbox friends know I'm not that good of a gamer, but it paid off. So that's it for now, guys. I'll let you know what happened.